Hi, I'm Andrea Latrell, and welcome to Future Icons. For any of you who've been touched by economic recession or bankruptcy, our guest is for you. Georgette Miller is an attorney for real estate, and she will help you today. Welcome, Georgette.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I'm so thrilled to have you. Now, I understand you originally come from Jamaica. What was your decision behind coming to the United States?
Well, I came to the U.S. on a dare, actually. It's a long and sordid story, but the long and short of it is basically this. At 19, I came here basically with nothing to no one and was looking at homelessness in the eye. And there are people that come into your life, I call them angels, that come in and touch you in such a way that the trajectory of your life changes. So my angel took me into her one-bedroom apartment, sheltered me from homelessness. And, she gave me my start. I came here with a desire to be an attorney, and that was the goal. And for me, failure is never an option. So I came here to do that, and that's what I wanted to accomplish and did.
So you went to law school, and how did you decide on becoming a real estate attorney?
Well, I went to school full-time here in New York. I went to John Jay College of Criminal Justice, worked full-time, went to school full-time, and then graduated magna cum laude and got accepted into Rutgers Camden. Now, what people have, people who don't go to law school, they assume that you go in knowing what you want to do. No. You go in to get good grades so that a firm will take you on, period. And fortunately for me, I met a very, very dear man who was another angel. He's a mentor to me. I went to the law firm of Wolf, Block-Shore, and Solis Cohen, which at the time was one of the largest law firms in Philadelphia. And my mentor was a gentleman by the name of Bernard Lee. He was the only black partner in the firm at the time. And in meeting Bernard, I wanted to work with him. It's so funny. For the most part, he taught me everything I needed to know, and he was instrumental in me becoming the attorney that I am today. And, you never know how people come into your life and your life changes. Bernard was my mentor, and now Bernard's daughter works for me. Okay. She's an attorney in my Philadelphia office. So that's how I ended up working in the real estate department. Bernard was a real estate partner. I wanted to work for him, so I became a real estate attorney.
So I understand now you have your own private practice, but there was a journey before.
Yes. I worked at Wolf Block. I think the last firm I worked at was a firm by the name of Greenberg Trauig, which at the time was the 6th largest law firm in the country. They had 18 or 1900 lawyers with 39 offices all over the globe. I was a commercial real estate attorney, doing what people would assume to be big things. There was not a large development in Philadelphia that I wasn't a part of, because I represented the city of Philadelphia. Huge mega deals. And then Lehman Brothers fell. And once Lehman Brothers fell, I knew that there was a lot of people who were going to get hurt, and I wanted to do my part to alleviate that hurt. You see, at the end of the day, I'm my mother and father's child. And that child went to church every Sunday. And that child was raised in the church. And, my mom used to say to me, you raise a child the way that they should grow, so that those ways never depart from them. And when Lehman Brothers fell, the thought that resonated with me was, what gaineth a man that gains the whole world but loses his soul? So I felt like I needed to go out there and make effective change in people's lives.
So how did you exactly do that? Because sometimes we know that attorneys have a negative stereotype. So when you have this type of Lehman Brothers falling, the economic recession, how do you help other people and for them to really trust you?
Well, the thing about it is, I can only tell you what my clients tell me. I don't sound like an attorney. I talk to people like they're people. And I look them dead in the eyes and tell them whether I can help them or not. And I don't beat around the bush as to what I believe the course they should be taking. And as my dad would tell me, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't force him to drink. So all I feel I need to do is give them the information. The choice is always up to them.
Okay.
My clients come into my office and they get a free consultation from any of my attorneys. And when we give them the information and they leave, it's up to them. No one will ever call them. As a matter of fact, nobody ever calls you after the free consultation, because at the end of the day, this is your life.
Yes.
And you need to make the decisions for your life. Now, people come into my office and they're on the brink of what they assume to be financial Armageddon, right? They're on this cliff and they don't know what to do. Or they have all these preconceived notions of how they're going to fix this and how their lives have ended. And then I look them dead in the eye and I say, bankruptcy is not just for GM, it's for everybody. GM filed bankruptcy in 2008. Today, they're the #1 car company in the world.
So you can recover.
You have the same right.
Okay.
Today, you can file a Chapter 7 and you qualify legally for an FHA mortgage. That's a mortgage backed by the full faith and credit of your federal government in 2.5 years. That's not just me telling you. That's the law.
So you have great advice for people who don't necessarily believe in bankruptcy when they first hear about it.
No, it's the thing is that people don't understand. They just know what they've been told. But they don't understand how the law works. I can tell you we do about 80 to 90 bankruptcy cases a month. It's a whole lot of cases a year. And I can't tell you how many people have come into my office and their house is underwater. They have 2 mortgages on this house. The first mortgage is $80,000. The second mortgage is $20,000. But then the house is now worth $70,000. So the house is worth less than the first mortgage. Legally, this is under the bankruptcy code. This is not me making this up. You can walk into bankruptcy and file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy and get rid of the second mortgage because the house is worth less than the first. Meaning, you walked into bankruptcy court with 2 mortgages and you walk out with 1, and probably got rid of all your credit cards, and probably got an opportunity to catch up on the first mortgage that you're behind.
Wow, that is pretty powerful stuff.
Exactly.
So you have so much information. How can we hear more about your education on bankruptcy, on the law? Because I know there's so many viewers out there who are struggling right now. I understand you are a radio talk show host. Can you tell us a little bit about your show and
Sure,
when we can listen to you?
If you're in the New York metropolitan area, we have a show every Sunday at 11:30. WLIB is the Georgette Miller Show. If you're in the Philadelphia metropolitan area, Praise 103.9 every Monday at 4 o'clock. You can go to my website, which is georgettemiller.com or georgettemillerlaw.com. We have a book coming out in October, and we have a series on georgettemillerlaw.com called The Georgette Miller Show, where for 13 episodes, I literally sit down for a half an hour and take you through each step.
For no charge?
For no charge.
For no charge. That's
because
amazing.
this is I tell my clients all the time, if I was doing this just for money, this is not what I'd be doing. This is just a part of me redeeming my soul, so to speak. Making sure that when I close my eyes for the last time, I'm all used up. One client said it to me, one of my first clients. I was really frustrated, and she held me by the hand. And she said, this was my client comforting me. And she said to me, Georgette, you must complete the assignment that was placed on your life. So let it go. So this is me just completing the assignment that was placed on my life. It's service.
Wow, Georgette, I've never heard of an attorney who dealt with bankruptcy who thinks of it as service. And I can feel that from you. You know that you're extremely smart. You know the law. And if I were your client, I would love to just sit there and listen to you and be advised by you. And so I'm so thankful that you came in today and to tell us a little bit about your story and the services that you have to offer. So I understand you have a book coming out. Please tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, the name of the book is Living Debt Free: What Credit Score Fearmongers and Debt Peddlers Don't Want You to Know.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Okay.
And the basis of the book is basically when clients come into my office, it's to get out of debt. And I tell people, having you guys out of debt is easy. It takes me less than 30 days. From you coming into my office and us going to court is about 30 to 35 days, and you're debt free. But now you're debt free, what do? You have to live debt free. And we go through all the steps, and it's 4 principles. You get out of debt. How do you get out of debt? You stay out of debt. How do you stay out of debt? Just use cash. It still works. Last I remember, it still works.
We make it complicated, but it's really easy, right?
Yeah, it still works. I mean, there's no reason for you to borrow against your future income for current purchases. And you never finance depreciable assets. It's just crazy. The next step is you must save. We need to get back to the culture of saving. And that's $5 a month, $20 a month, $50 a month. And how do you save is a little bit over a long period of time. Like my dad used to say to me, the best young person that will take care of you in your old age is the young person you are today. So you have to start with your first check, saving for that 65-year-old self. I mean, I intend to be retired at 55. So I've been saving for my 55-year-old self since I was 19.
Those are very wise words.
Little bit over a long period of time. Now I'm a business owner. As a business owner, I carry insurance because there are certain expenses I can't save for. I have 4 offices. If someone slips and falls in my office, right? And they sue me for $1 million. I don't have $1 million that I want to give them to pay out such a claim if that liability ever arises. So I carry insurance. We do the same for ourselves. So you save, and for the things you can't save for, you carry insurance.
Great advice. So your book is coming out again when?
It should be out October 31st.
And where will we be able to find it?
You will be able to find it at georgettemiller.com.
Okay.
You can actually pre-order it now at georgettemiller.com.
So you have a wealth of information, and it's all in this book. And even if you need more information, you can have an appointment with you and get all.
We have financial seminars. All the information is on georgettemiller.com.
Okay. Well, thank you again, Ms. Miller. You, again, are so wise, and we are thankful that you are offering your services to our viewers.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. There you have it, another edition of Future Icons. You have to check out Georgette Miller. I'm Andrea Latrell, and we will see you next week.
Being glamorous is a lifestyle. Be cute. Be bold. Be provocative. Silky, golden, glam.